Good early morning. It's Lorraine Alternative Homesteading on August 22, 2025. And this video is supposed to be on August 21, 2025. But I went to lay down and I got knocked out with frequencies. And actually, all day long since my early videos, when I was taking pictures of the foxes and my phone was vibrating frantically, it's because I was being hit with frequencies or radiation or a directed energy weapon at the same time. I didn't realize it until after I uploaded the videos and I came into the house and my head was throbbing and hot, so I had to put an ice pack on my head. And I've been a little out of it most of the day with a headache because of the early morning assault as I was videotaping Foxy. And the reason probably has to do with the video that I posted yesterday of Joe from Missouri. Cops don't like being called out on their BS. Well, I've got more because she sent me a follow-up and she also said to please let people know that after I posted her video that I believe there was retaliation towards me. Sumi's here with me. If you just heard meow, retaliation for my posting that. So they hit me in the head yesterday morning, and it really knocked me off a good part of the day. But thank you, a subscriber, for the Chewy gift card. I so appreciate it because we are going through dry food like nobody's business. Like I've even started ordering some from the cheap stuff from Walmart to give to the coons. They are out. They're on my porch now. I've given them bowls and bowls of food. They are ravenous. And they're eating all the cat food. The cats that live outside depend on that cat food. And they're so scared because the raccoons are like, it's a swarm. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So now Joe sent me a little bit of an update. It's so interesting. Because I'm reading it now for the first time, but she sent it yesterday at 9:11 p.m., 911. The story with Mike Whitlow goes deeper. When the cop visited Mike that evening with his stalking and harassment, the cop told me that Mike was, quote unquote, higher than a kite. He was very high. And the cop said there was, quote unquote, no alcohol on his breath. Also, after that incident of stalking, I asked Alice Garcia to check her doorbell camera. The footage should show Mike as he was outside of her home, 11035 Willwood, taking pictures of her house. So she checked her doorbell camera, and the footage of Mike parked on the street outside of her house was not there. She did see the police car passing her house that night on her doorbell camera. But Mike's footage was gone, as he was parked on the street outside of her house, but the cop car passing her house was on the camera. This is what they do. They delete or freeze the frequency for alarm systems and cameras with a jammer to block their being seen or for entry into homes. I can attest to that. I'll tell you a story quickly after I finish reading this. My friend Jamie used to live in Maryland Heights. She was gang stalked and she had vandalism at her house. And the footage on who did it was, quote unquote, gone. Jamie told me a lady who lives at Vago Park, V-A-G-O Park, had some troubles and people trespassing on her property. And her footage was conveniently gone. This is why targeted individuals are not getting the footage they need. It's being deleted. Well, Joe, you're absolutely correct. It happens here in rural Jackson County, Kentucky, on my farm here. Yes, they delete footage, they stop footage. The Wi-Fi just suddenly goes out, usually when I'm in the shower or in a bathtub. The Wi-Fi just suddenly goes out for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes. But going all the way back to Manalapan, New Jersey, a home I lived in for 30 years as original owner, and let me tell you, I was wired in that house. I had cameras everywhere, wired cameras, battery cameras. I had the Arlo cameras. I even had trail cameras inside and outside of my house. I kid you not, baby monitors to catch stuff. And every one of them was hacked. But more importantly, on December 11, 2023, when the Manalapan coppers and Tina Booth decided without a warrant to break into my house, my porch camera footage was missing. Yes, and I've got that video on my channel. All you have to do is go to the Manalapan playlist, and you can see what they did. Oh, and after they broke into my house, I realized that the copper was wearing a body cam. And of course, when I FOIA requested the body cam, no response. Non-responsive. But he was definitely wearing a body cam. And he should have been, because the Manalapan Police Department, they are built to the hilt with technology. They even built a whole separate building for their technology. Yeah. They wanted to tell the public that they were building a gym. What a joke that was, right? All those millions of dollars going to build a gym, when there were like 6 or 7 gyms, like almost within walking distance of the police department. Come on, guys, tell it to somebody that believes you. Yeah, they built this big building for all their equipment. Actually, when I spoke to Karen Romero about it, rest in peace, Karen, goodness sake, she said, I think they built a fusion center there. They're just spying on your whole neighborhood. And that's probably true. But yes, so my porch camera footage was gone for that time. And also, and I will attest to the fact that after the Russian spy next door that they installed, I don't know if they're Russian, I think they're from Kazakhstan, when they moved that blondie bitch next door, the witch, and she called the cops on me after she fabricated a lie that I cursed at her with her infant son in her vehicle. There was no child in her car, and cursing there is not a reportable offense. And even if I did, her infant son, does her infants understand what a curse is? But no, she actually walked out of her front door to harass me. Her infant son was in the house. And she pretended to go to the back of her vehicle and open and close it. But there was no child in there. Who leaves their child in the trunk of a vehicle? Come on. But anyway, I get ahead of myself here. So when the coppers came, the Manalapan Police Department came, and I handed them the information against my neighbor, of course, which they didn't include in the incident report. I was carrying a digital recorder that I tested inside the house. New battery, test recording, which I heard inside the house. Go outside. They see me with the digital recorder. They ask me if I am recording them. I said yes, which of course it is my right to record the police, especially on the curtilage of my own property. And yes, we were on the curtilage of my property. We were on my porch. So I had every right to record the police. Well, after my encounter with them, go inside, turn on the, go to play back my digital recording, and my entire video recording was gone. The test recording was gone, and they killed the battery, brand new battery. So yes, Joe, they do use jammers to block cameras and alarm systems, and they just fried my battery at the same time. They killed the battery, and they did that, by the way, with many of my trail cameras. Even though I purchased these metal boxes for my trail cameras that would be adhered with like a padlock, and they'd still go through there. So they weren't stealing the SD cards then, they were just wiping them clean. Or killing the batteries. Yeah, that's what they did in Manalapan, New Jersey. So, yes, thank you so much for that information. Much appreciated. This is going to be a whole mumble jumble of stuff because these criminals knocked me out, and I'm going to put it all on one video. So that's the update from Joe. And this gentleman left a comment, red, white, and blue matters. This was a day ago, and he left the comment on one of my, let me see, where did he leave it? He left it on the video. I think it was your comments. I received an email, etc. That was August 18th. So this was a very interesting comment. I had to cut and paste it into an email to myself. Thank you, red, white, and blue matter. Please, every one of you who even think you're being gang stalked, from a person who has been gang stalked for years. I'm an expert on this topic. I am ex-military. I take the fight to them. Remember and always remember, most people whom they attack suffer in silence and either think they're going crazy or do nothing about it. A wolf only attacks sheep that can't fight back. It's not that we can't fight back. It's that we generally don't have the technology or the time, the understanding. But anyway, they used to send lone gang stalkers after me. Once I got tired of the shit, I fought back. Now they only send groups, and they always have cell phones out. They use a chat and tracking app called REI. It's a sharing app developed for the government. I believe I have a video on that. I'm going to check after I read this. Every person's phone is giving an ASN number based on your IMEI number, and the app will target you on the map. Any gang stalkers in the area are alerted when you're close. Their goal is to map you and harass you any which way they can. They get paid by taking pictures of you, where you live, who you see. Oh, I know that. I've witnessed my neighbors taking pictures of my workers here, or trailing after somebody that visits me, getting their license plate number. Yeah, I've witnessed that. It's so obvious. Their goal is to map you and harass you any which way they can. They get paid taking pictures, where you live, who you see. When you become a value target, they will put a white Sprinter van in your area. Oh, thanks for sharing. Oh, yeah, we've got those here. The Sprinter van has a Stingray device on it. A Stingray device is a cell site simulator and creates a fake cell phone tower. They will then sit by your house and monitor everything you do. Everything that you do on your phone, they can get the info in real time. However, they do not need a Stingray device for that. Long ago with Project Pegasus, the U.S. government can access every phone they want. Have you ever noticed they give out all the so-called Obama phones? Or have you ever noticed why everyone's taxes are prepaid with a government gift card? They track you with all of it. There's also a company with a name similar to I Spy. It's a security camera system with millions of customers worldwide. The security system is free, but you pay a monthly fee. There are millions across the states. However, what you don't know is the government has control of it. Let's say, for instance, for example, they have your picture. They log it into the system. The type of car you have, your license plate, your cell phone ID number, or your phone number. Any place you go or even drive near. All of these millions of systems track you. Every license plate reader your police have, every Ring doorbell across America, or any Federal Express truck, and so much more, all track you. My advice is Buy yourselves memory chips for your phone. Record everything. Buy yourself a few surveillance cameras for your house, apartments, on the inside and outside, for your car, for the front and the back of your car. Record everything. Their goal is to drive you crazy, attack you, and then put fake charges on you. He goes on to say, I'm a Google developer and a Facebook developer. And what I learned scared the shit out of me, and nothing scares me. It's not just against us against the government. It's a straight up holy war against evil. We are being attacked because we're God's chosen ones. Behind the scenes of social media is not only government, but straight up evil, known as the watchers watching everything you do and studying you like a grand master at chess to learn to break you. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And being a former military guy, I believe everything that you're saying to be true. I'm not as technologically adept, but I do know that how I've been hacked. I do know that I have a creepy voice that goes into all of my live streams, and it's even been caught on my front porch camera. When I played it back, everybody heard those creepy voices calling my name, Lorraine. I mean, this is off the charts insanity. So thank you, Sarah, so much. And this is for everyone. This message from him is for everyone. If you think you're being gang stalked, and this is for someone who's been stalked for years, and he's an expert on the topic. He's a Google developer and a Facebook developer and former military. He knows what he's talking about, guys. So there is a company similar to the name I Spy. I guess we can kind of search for it online. And then there's the REI. Now, this is what I wanted to get back to you on. So let me just search. I'm pretty sure I have a video on this. Let's see. Okay, so no, this is not it here. This is not it here. I'm trying to search for it. And I type in REI, and of course, all the words that begin REI are populating here. So, I think it was R-I... I don't know. I'm going to have to look for it. I will look for it after I post this video, but I have something else to read to you guys. I know I have it. Maybe it's REIS or something like that. Let me just check one more time. No, that's not it. But anyway, so I received a message from Quora, and I would like to read what this former life coach and narcissistic abuse recovery person posted on August 7th of this year. The question is, so this is a Q&A. The question is, do they gang stalk nonconformists? They gang stalk anyone that is not controllable through the serpent mind. The serpent mind controls the masses and is based on materialism and illusions. This is why you can go to a state 20 hours away and you'll get the same weird gang stalking theater. The forms of the demons, the archons that surround this realm are aware about the souls that are not connected to the serpent mind. They are fathers, true chosen ones. Hence, the reason they cannot be connected to the demonic programming which controls the gang stalker's subconscious mind. Targets have high vibrational God energy, and the gang stalkers are, in essence, trying to vamp the energy off the targets. Yes, that's what they do. That's exactly what they do. That's why they target your third eye. That's why they hit your head. That's why they drain your energy. They heat you up. Targets have high vibrational God energy, and the gang stalkers are, in essence, trying to vamp the energy off the targets. This is why they want you to focus on them so badly. Well, that's because they're narcissists, too. You know, they need that supply, and they're addicts. They're addicted to you and me. Where attention goes, energy flows. Sadly, these robots believe it's their right to infringe on your God-given rights. Calling them pathetic is actually a compliment because they are beyond pathetic. They are things you put in your fish tank to feed off of what the fish don't eat, including what the fish excrete. Let me ask you this. Would it be okay for me to show up where they live and block them from getting out of their cars, or block the road so they can't pull in the driveway? Oh, there are lots of police videos about that, right? I guess those are those copper gang stalkers, right? No. I would be arrested for stalking and harassment. Well, guess what? The same laws that apply to me and my fellow targets, I should say empowered individuals. It's not okay to be possessed, robot, when you are violating others' God-given rights. I'm not asking permission to be me. I am the permission. I have a good life. Oh, have a good life in hell, taking care of Satan and his needs, you gag-stalking loser bots. Oh, well, that was a cute little rant. Okay, let's see. Are there any follow-up messages here? Let's see. I've been experiencing all sorts of harassment, spiritual, psychological warfare. Police are always trying to set me up to react aggressively so they can charge me with assault. My family are in a coven cult practicing witchcraft, energy harvesting, hexing, spell work, and whatever other BS. It's all, at all times, it's hilarious. Other times, it's just annoying and pathetic. This system is corrupt. I could go on, but I'm done explaining myself to people who are committed to misunderstanding me and making me out to be the problem. And that's from a female on August 13. Another person writes, wow, this sounds familiar. The system is set up so if we speak the truth, we are ostracized and seen as a villain. The answer and question to this is, who and what are benefiting from harvesting our energy? And this answers why they're so quick to silence the truth. If we weren't valuable, we'd be of no concern to them. I'm tired of the lies. People will always defend what they're getting a benefit from, even if they know it isn't right. Once I learned what we live amongst, I truly enjoy being as far away from them as possible. Thanks for the great comments. And yes, thank you so much for that. So the question was, do they gang stalk non-conformists? Obviously, yes, because we cannot be controlled through the serpent mind. We're not serpents. Who the hell wants to be a serpent? I don't affiliate with serpentry, do you? Okay, so anyway, let's go back. I think there was a couple of other things. Oh, yes. Yes. So there was some news. This was kind of like a warning, a heads up. And thank you, Anna, for this. A heads up. PSA, a heads up. New danger to women from kidnappers, traffickers. So what they're doing now is... let's say you're out grocery shopping at a supermarket, or wherever you are outside and your car is parked, like in a parking lot. You approach your car, and on your car windshield or around your vehicle somewhere, there is money, a dollar bill that's partially folded or folded up. Do not touch it. Do not touch it. Ignore it. If it's on your windshield, get in your car, drive away, put your wipers on, and get it off there. You might want to photograph it. Maybe you want to photograph it first, but you don't want to take too much time, because basically they're putting fentanyl in these dollar bills. So if you go to reach for it and unfold it, you'll get a little puff, you'll get knocked out, and they will take your car, take you, take your money, steal your kiddo. So beware, women and men too. This could happen to men and women, because remember, sometimes men will drive one of their wives' or girlfriend's vehicle. It could be a case of mistaken identity, right? And this has happened before. I mean, I know somebody. I'm not going to go. I won't go into it. But this has happened before. It's definitely happened before. So please remember, if you see, and it might not even be a dollar bill. It might not even be money. It could be a piece of paper or a flyer. This is why I always tell people, if you're going to get involved with activism in the targeting community, do not pass out flyers. Do not pass out flyers. Don't do it. I don't know. There are people out there, groups and whatever, that tell you to do it. This kind of, I don't do it. First of all, nobody wants flyers on their vehicles. They don't want that. I mean, back in the day, like when I was like a teenager in my 20s, that was the thing to do in a parking lot. Advertisements and groceries and the supermarket and like a new store opening, they would do that. No big deal. But these days, don't do it. It's nobody wants those flyers around. If you want to do activism, write to your local politicians repeatedly. But anyways, like Zoomy is like rubbing all over me. I think there was one more thing. So there was that, and oh yes, well, and thank you. I don't know if I should say your name. Thank you, subscriber, for sending me the video on how evil some parts of Kentucky are. I'm learning that. I mean, I live here. I live here. And then when you hear about the brothel, at first it was like, okay, so on video, a sheriff shoots a judge in his own chambers. Okay, that's not bad enough, and then you find out some of the reasons why, and these women are testifying that they were coerced or bribed or blackmailed into having sex with the judge and other people, the deputy. And one woman says that it's more like a brothel. Okay, so we've got a brothel down there. We've got real estate property mobbing here. And inhumane team members on my property digging it up like it's like they're like chipmunks or something. This one is Bloody Breathitt, Kentucky, in the deep dark hills of eastern Kentucky on YouTube. So I did watch it. I think I've watched it before, but thank you for showing me again that, historically, back in the early 1900s, there was like these feuds. Neighbors would feud each other, with their pew-pews and stuff. It was like that Hatfield and McCoys and stuff. But people took it quite seriously back then. Families were deeply entrenched in some of this political corruption, and they would off each other, off families and stuff. And they call it Bloody Breathitt, Kentucky, for a reason, because they were warring against each other for decades. So I guess I don't know. I don't know what the town is like now. But knowing that historically, I don't know why anybody would want to live there. but thank you for that. And let's see what else. one comment from a subscriber, you know, all the things that are happening to the females. Because remember, between 72 and 75% of the people on these watch lists are women. Why? Like, they're trying to really... There's a hatred for women in this country. An absolute hatred for women. So one subscriber sends me a private email. We're having a conversation. He goes on to say, it breaks my heart. I know her pain. He's referring to the testimony I posted. It breaks my heart. I know her pain. No woman should suffer like this, especially sexually. I guess I'm grateful that my torture is microwave burning atrophy of the muscles in my chest and arms and heart attack symptoms, even burns to the genitals. I get that also. They put me to sleep. I wake up and the middle of my body down there is on fire. Sexual assault has to be the evilest act of torture. Cowards. They should literally be hung alive, impaled in every orifice and lit on fire. It's the only thing close to our torture. I pray for all targeted survivors worldwide. Prayers and blessings. Well, thank you so much for that. And I'm going to end on that note because we're half an hour in. So, to summarize, there was a question, do they gang stalk nonconformists? And then Joe in Missouri gave me a little bit of a follow-up there. And thank you, person who sent us the Chewy.com gift card. I really appreciate it. And this is Lorraine signing off for now. Please remember to hit the thumbs up, share if you feel inclined to do so, and I will talk to you guys soon.